Hello, I'm Michael Cathcart. Welcome to the Hub on Stage. Good to be with you on RN and on podcast for the weekly show on which you meet great performers from Australia and around the world. And lots of live music today. You're joining us in our performance studio where you're about to meet Carmen Frida Leon Davidovich, the fictional love child of the Mexican artist Frida Kahlo and the Russian revolutionary Leon Trotsky. She's played by the theatre and cabaret actor Natalie Gamsu in the production Carmen Live Audit at the Hayes Theatre in Sydney. Natalie, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much,
Don't
Michael.
you love this room?
I love this room.
I know, I'm in love with this room too. The director, Shaun, Rennie's here as well.
Hello, Michael. Thanks for having us.
And writer, Craig Harwood.
Hello.
And our musicians as well, who we'll meet later on in the show. So Natalie and Craig, Frida Kahlo and Leon Trotsky had an affair while he was living in Mexico. What drew you to this story?
I've been obsessed with Frida Kahlo for, 20, 30 years. She absolutely always spoke to me. I love her art. I love Mexico. And I had a corporate gig. They said, do something outrageous for 10 minutes. And I called Craig. I was living here. I used to live in New York. Called Craig and said, help, let's play together. And we started to talk. Craig, over to you.
We did. And it's like, well, you can do this. And she's like, no, I can't. I need a persona. I'm like, okay, let's create a persona. And Frida Kahlo, we loved Frida Kahlo. And then who's the daughter of Diego Rivera? That's too obvious. Leon Trotsky, more interesting, more exciting. And that's how it began. And we played with this and created this 10-minute monologue and various songs, which was a huge hit. And then we continued afterwards to create a play.
Yeah. Now, if you're listening, you're thinking, Frida Kahlo, I know who she is. Frida Kahlo is that Mexican artist with a very strong face, famous for having a monobrow, one eyebrow. And she did all these drawings of herself and paintings of herself, often in very difficult, painful situations, famously with a monkey. And they're like little icons of her own life. And she was in a relationship with the great mural painter and revolutionary thinker, Diego Rivera. So did Diego know that she was having a good time with Leon Trotsky? Did he know about this?
Yeah, well, they had pretty much an open relationship. I think that was very kind of combustible. It was very hot, very passionate.
He was in no position to waggle his finger at her, was he? Because he was...
He cheated all the time, and he cheated with her sister as well. And to get even with Diego, she slept with Leon Trotsky. But as Leon Trotsky said, Frida really slept with everyone. So he didn't really take it as a big compliment.
Right. So this corporate gig that you did all these years ago has grown into a show.
Absolutely. It's taken about 4 or 5 years. And we did workshops, and then we kept rewriting the script. Craig kept flying out, and we would rewrite. And then last year... we got together with Shaun, Rennie, and the producer Lise McCann, and the gorgeous Andrew and Steph, and we had a 5-night run at the Butterfly Club, and then went back to the drawing board, rewrote dramaturgs, and now it's the premiere.
Right, so the Butterfly Club is a little music venue in
Melbourne.
Yeah, and you've worked with a musician, iOTA.
He is the composer and writer, of the songs. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's have a song. What are we going to have?
We're going to do the opening number, which is called Vida Muerta or Life Death. Yeah.
Right. You're asking that as if I would know the answer to the question.
I was looking around because I always call it Vida Muerta. The English of that is life, death, and this is the opening.
And just a language warning, there is one very strong word in the lyrics of this song.
Shadow of death hangs over us, expectation free, gather near to me. Alone in the darkness that surrounds us, comrades, closer now, intimately bound. For one night and one night only, reject constraints, eject complaints, get out. It takes courage to live, it takes courage to die. Explore and taste, electrify. Live life, death, vida, muerte, Let's rumble naked and breathless. Make love all night, suck my appetite. Fuck the road well traveled, give me unknown shores. Let your fear descend to the deepest end. Live life, death, fear, for tonight we may die. Yes, this is true. Are you ready, comrades, to party like it's the last night of a most excellent existence? And I'll catch you. I'll be kind. I'll be gentle. It's warmer on the other side. Give me your courage and I'll give you mine. 'Cause I've got tales of the grand and sublime. I've got songs for blowing your mind. Stay with me, comrades, awake and alive. Give me your ears, I'll tell you no lies. My loves, tonight. My loves, tonight. My loves, tonight. Live life, death, fear, vida, muerte, miedo, miedo.
Oh, goodness gracious. The big opening number from Carmen, Live or Dead, performed by Natalie Gamsu with Andrew Kroenert on guitar there and Stefanie Jones playing that beautiful weeping violin. Oh, heartbreaking stuff. Shaun Rennie's the director. So you never gave the instruction, leave somewhere for it to grow. I mean, usually directors want somewhere to travel, but we start right at the top.
We lay it all out on the line in the very first 3 minutes.
So, Natalie, your character, Carmen, is intersex.
She is.
She primarily identifies as female, is that
She
right?
does.
But she's intersex.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to invent a character that took us into that space?
I've always been interested in the other. You know, my shows that I've done, my cabarets have been called Misfit, and I suppose it's been my experience of feeling other. You know, the theatre is a very traditional and quite tight. It has tight rules, and strangely enough, even though it is a world of imagination, but I've left my country at a young age. I've travelled around the world, so I have always been a foreigner. And that puts you somewhat on the outside. And I've also never understood the rules that govern what women should be or should look like or how they should behave. So it's been a theme for me, the other.
Well, it's a powerful place to go, and also it's a theme that's very much in the zeitgeist at the moment.
It sure is.
The conversation is all around us. So, Shaun, you've done a very sensible thing. You've tried this show out first in small venues and then got bigger and bigger, which is a luxury a lot of shows would benefit from.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually came on board just for the workshop last year at the Butterfly Club. And that was a real test to see what is this thing that we have, because the show was created, as Craig and Nat said, as a vehicle for Nat, and to grow it in front of an audience, put it in front of a small crowd. At the Butterfly Club only seats about 60 people, I think, and to get a real sense of what's working, what's not working, then to be able to take that and go back to the drawing board. It was a real luxury. And to tell the truth, if that hadn't have gone as well as it had, and if we didn't get the feedback that we got, then that may have been it. But we definitely felt that it deserved another life, and it deserved more of our time and investment.
Yeah, a huge challenge for Australian productions, new ones, is that they often get put on in the big theatre straight away, and they live or die on that first performance, whereas if you have the chance to run a thing in, and because you've never got it all right on that first iteration.
No, and to tell the truth, art is a collaborative live thing. It will evolve, and it has evolved in the last week. And we get into the theatre next week, and who knows? It's the beauty of when we've got the original creators all in the room. We can keep tweaking until we're happy.
Well, thank you for coming in and animating the music studio. It's always fun to fill this with energy and life and joy. You've met Natalie Gamsu with Stefanie Jones on violin. The musical director is Andrew Kroenert. He's been playing guitar. You also met director Shaun Rennie and writer Craig Harwood. So the show's called Carmen, Live or Dead. It opens at the Hayes Theatre in Potts Point on the 28th of April and runs through until the 6th of May. This is in Sydney. And all those details, all the details you need are on our website. And the Hayes Theatre actually is named after the legendary Aussie song and dance woman Nancy Hayes, who you'll meet here next week on The Hub with a very good friend. Oh, gasp of excitement.
We love her.
That's how I feel too. She'll be here with Todd McKenny, who's a mate, a bosom buddy. They call their show Bosom Buddies. They're on tour right around Australia. I'm Michael Cathcart. This is The Hub on Stage.